Welcome to Tush Twins. Actually, it's not the Tush. It should be the Tush Twins or just Tush Twins?
The Tush Twins.
The Tush Twins.
We're Tush Twins. I don't
Tush
know.
Twins.
What should we call it? Tush
I just
Twins
have
or-
Tush Twins. I don't have the Tush Twins on the show.
Tush
But
Twins.
anyway, welcome
Tush
to
Twins.
Tush Twins,
That-
heard
that's-
on MalcolmPresents.com and around the world.
Right.
Anyway, welcome, guys.
Hello.
Shalom.
Shalom. Aloha. So I'll start it off by
You started off as usual,
I will do my usual thing here.
starting and the ending, and then you can
Okay.
walk the dog.
I will then walk the dog. I walked her just before. Move over Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Thelma and Louise, and Betty and Wilma. Remember that last cartoon? Here comes the Tush Twins with tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond. Maxine Faith, moi, Paula Rose, the redhead,
Moi.
aka the redhead, will bring you through their 60 plus years of friendship with levity,
Liberty.
drama, joy, and unabashed platonic love. From Brighton to Coney, New York City to the burbs, and out to the whole wide world, we have been through it all, and we'll take you through our journey. We know each other so long and so well. Our atomic particles have been joined at the tush. We hope you enjoy our tales. Pun intended. That's TLES, not TAIL, like bunny tails.
Whatever.
Oh,
Oh,
So, so
Maxine,
Hanukkah.
one day we'll
Yeah,
have
say
that.
something.
One day we'll have that pre-recorded, so you can
Drop it in.
drop it in, and you won't
Yeah,
have.
that's
Good
when
idea.
That's when we're gonna have the big bucks. Okay.
Right, we'll have it edited
Well,
in.
We need a sugar
I want
daddy.
to welcome everyone to our first annual holiday show.
You have to call it the first annual holiday show.
Holiday show.
Right.
Yeah, I should have had my guitar with me. I would have went bling.
Now, I've been following the one on Facebook. They have the one by Adam Sandler.
Right.
Put
Hanukkah
it
song?
on your
Okay.
yarmulke.
It's time.
'Cause here
for
comes
Hanukkah.
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 Drink your gin and tonica. Smoke your marijuana.
Well, you like that line the best. you
Yes, we
sicko.
do.
Yeah, of course you do.
But by the way,
Crazy, because
how's
you get-
the
after
business going?
after smoking
I am-
J's, you want the latkes, right?
You got it.
Did they have chocolate latkes?
They have chocolate matzah.
Yeah.
That I had, yeah.
Not
Chocolate.
chocolate
No, I
latkes?
make no, the weirdest one I make is sweet potato latkes. Those are delicious.
Well, that's but they're
Yeah.
delicious. Not chocolatey, but it's sweeter.
Yeah, I
right?
was
Yeah.
reading when Hanukkah was started, or the time they didn't have potatoes. It wasn't latkes was the dish. It was sort of some sort of grated cheese pancake.
Really?
Yeah, because latkes
Ah.
didn't come into existence till years later.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have
I
the
don't
history
know.
of the latke
It's-
in front of me, but I mean it was done because of the the temple and the oil and the candlelight
Right.
lasted 8
and
days
it's yummy.
and it's
And
what
it's yummy.
it's
Yummy.
It-
I don't
it is-
care about the history. I just love them. I eat them.
Yeah.
They're yummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
well,
eat
they-
that 3 times a year: the Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, and the Rosh Hashanah. I don't know if you eat them for Passover.
You do, but you make it with matzah meal.
Or they're not KP.
They're kosher. They're kosher for Pesach if you make it with matzah meal.
Oh, okay.
So let me just quickly, because it's a short paragraph. Malcolm, you're right. The latke, it turns out, has its roots in an old Italian Jewish custom, documented as early as the 14th century. That, it seems, is where Jews first fried pancakes to celebrate Hanukkah. Only back then they were made of cheese.
Right.
We're all made of cheese. The original latkes were effectively deep fried ricotta. Paul, we got to try that.
I'm gonna make
A deep
that. I have
fried,
ricotta in the
fried
house.
ricotta cheese latke. Going back to
That
the
sounds. Oh my
Right.
God.
14th century.
Mm.
Holy shit. Ooh,
Holy
ooh,
shit!
ooh.
As I said,
Can we say
uh-oh.
that? Can we say that?
I have no
Oh.
idea. We might be
Well,
censored.
we'll find out too much. Well, anyway.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Holy mackerel.
Holy
Holy
latke.
mackerel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, making latkes, my mom Ruthie made incredible latkes. She made them any time of year. It just
Yeah,
didn't
my mom
even-
did too.
Right, it didn't matter when it was. If if she was in the mood, she'd just make latkes, and we all
Yeah.
loved it and ate it. So she made them pretty damn good, I must say.
Yes,
very
she
ta-
did.
Very tasty.
Did she leave you the recipe?
Well, she's so, that's the thing about my mom, and Paul will verify. Even as she was, late 90s, early 100, with dementia going on, if you asked her about a recipe, she'd tell you the recipe, right? What'd
Yes,
she
I
say
would
to
call
you? You would
her.
ask her. Yeah,
I would call her every holiday. Well, I call her anyway, once a
Right.
week. But I would call her when I did speak to her and ask her how to make a certain dish for that night I was cooking. So I would ask her making latkes during Passover and Hanukkah,
Hanukkah.
and matzah balls, which I make the best
she
matzah balls.
does. I'll vouch for it.
But mom
Or meatballs.
always meatballs. Oh my God,
Yeah.
your mom's meatballs are to die for.
I mean, and she would give.
And I still make them that way to this
Right.
day.
She would give the recipe
And
without,
she
anytime we
yeah.
asked about food, she
She
would give the
remembered it.
recipe so clear, and you have to do this and don't do that and make sure you do this and measuring, who measures
No,
anything?
Yeah,
It-
I never measured to this day. I still don't measure.
It-
I just
I
put a
hope they don't-
little this, a little
No,
that.
A
It's
bissel of
called,
this, a bissel of that.
I hope they don't cut this, but it would be called shit and mish. Because it was only
Yes.
a sprinkle or this. There was no definitive, a tablespoon of that, a half a cup of this. It was just
Well,
like
That's how
rote,
my mom cooked too.
right? Which is good. I mean, you could use recipes, but sometimes you have to throw in your own little thing, right?
I wonder whether recipes are the same like music, because I don't know. Last week they had that Tony Bennett special with
It
Lady
is.
Gaga,
Yes.
and Tony
Yes.
Bennett is obviously suffering either dementia or Alzheimer.
So
Alzheimer's.
he has
And
full
it's-
blown Alzheimer's. I
And
believe.
he's 95 years old, and basically he's taken care of by his wife, and he can't remember his name or what happened a minute ago. But he comes to the music, they play the songs, and he
And he knows
knows
it
the score
that.
perfectly.
Right.
And
My
then-
mom also with music, she would know the lyrics to everything.
We
She
were
would-
at her 100th birthday, when the 99th birthday, it was before the COVID hit. We were at 99th at the nursing home.
We had the
And
100th at
your
the
mom-
nursing home too.
Oh, then it was 100th. Okay.
Yeah.
We were at the 100th of the nursing home. And your mom is sitting there like, doesn't look like she's even there. And all of a sudden, Phil picks up the guitar, starts doing Dream, Dream. And your mom sang she woke up, sang every single lyric.
Right.
It was amazing.
Is that the Everly Brothers or no, or Jimmy
Yes,
Clancy?
the Everly
Yes.
Brothers.
Everly
Everly
Brothers.
Brothers.
Mitch and Phil used to sing it all the time, and then Phil sang it with Solomon at,
Yeah.
I think, the last Token concert that was ever kind of
But
done.
that was Solomon is his grandson, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Solly has a really good voice.
Yes, he
And
does.
he is a talented kid, and I think his new song will be dropping next Friday. I think we'll keep you posted.
Cool.
The Margot genes are really in the grandkids and the second, third generations down.
Well,
So
let's
we
get him
have-
on the show. For crying out loud.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Maybe we can get Solly on. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll speak to his agent.
Yes, probably be me. No,
He's working right now. He has a job also.
I know, but he also does a lot of music, and he does music
Yes.
jobs too.
Yes.
So yeah, aside from his doggy
Dog
walking thing.
walking.
So
does,
he
but-
he does weddings and bar mitzvahs,
Yeah.
or is that
no.
below him?
No, he's different. He's got a different kind of thing, but he's very talented, and so is Ethan. They could pick up any instrument and play it. They could sing
Mhm.
anything. They can write music. Sound familiar? So,
Yep.
Yep. So.
But anyway,
anyway,
getting back to Hanukkah and latkes, you guys had latkes stories, I believe.
we do.
Yes. And first of all, I want to show, can you see my nails?
Oh, now we can.
Now I can.
Yes. She has menorahs on her
Hanukkah.
nails. And what about the
And-
Star of David? That's the middle one or the fourth one?
No, it's a ring finger.
The ring finger has the Star of David.
And what's on the middle finger? No, I won't ask. Never mind.
Nothing, just I kept it gray. I just wanted it very elegant because I see all the people with their Christmas decorations on their nails. So I decided you know what? It's time for Hanukkah nails.
Good idea. See, I don't have Hanukkah nails, but I have a menorah from Jerusalem that my son brought home when he was on his
Beautiful.
birthright trip.
Yeah.
And I have dreidel. You
Nun.
want to always land on gadol because that's the
Gadol.
most, that's the greatest. None, if it lands, you get, if you're doing the betting game, gets none.
Nun. Mhm.
The sham gets
Shin.
some, and the hay gets half. So you always want to try to get this one because that's when you pick up the dough. And then this pretty one is different colors on different sides.
Oh, that's
Kinda nice,
pretty.
kind of nice.
I
And
have
I
a
have a
Mickey
whole bunch of
Mouse
them.
dreidel.
Yeah, I have.
I
Of course you
have-
do.
yeah, I have totally forgotten what the symbols mean or what it does.
I just told you.
Every time
I
I
know.
would go on the hay, we all used to scream,
Right.
hey!
Yeah, right. It fell. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. It
Dreidel.
fell out on.
On
Hey.
the hay. Hey!
Right. So hey.
Hey,
So
hey.
so latkes, what are the ingredients for latkes? Let's start that off, and then we'll go into the story of the latke elves.
You have to
Okay.
have a woman or a guy who's willing to grate potatoes.
Right.
I grate them,
Yeah,
and
so
the
do I.
secret to grating the rest of the latkes, because you want the perfect consistency, but you need to have a little of your skin and blood in it. So when you,
Yeah.
that's the secret of it.
Right. You gotta
It's true.
get some of that in the mix there, and
And anyone who uses a food processor,
It's
shame
bad.
on you.
It's
Bad.
do not.
Shame.
Because
I
they won't
have my
taste
little
that. They
grater.
won't- They'll be like corporate latkes. We want homemade latkes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Never
problem-
use a food processor.
The problem with the food processor, the consistency of the potato is too thin. It's all,
Yeah, no,
mushy.
you need a grater. It has to
No,
be
but you
grated.
could do it. I've seen them in the food processor. They have a special, the newer ones, but I would never do that because you
the-
can't get your thumb, you can't get piece of your skin and your blood in it.
Yeah, because everyone wants skin in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of the latkes.
Oh,
Oh, but yeah,
I think
but
we've been
it's
doing the
it's
show too
made
long.
with the grated potatoes, which you kind of try to pat a little dry and get because they can get watery, and then you need
Yes.
you need an egg, you need mozzarella, you need
Mhm.
salt and pepper. Some people put in potato starch. I don't do
No.
that, but
I
you gotta
add a
get-
little cayenne.
that'll heat it up a bit.
I just put a dash poof of a cayenne pepper
would
in
do
it.
that.
Just
But my husband probably would like, what are you get crazy? He doesn't
no,
like.
I asked your
too-
mom about that. What should I do to make them a little spicy? She says, put cayenne.
Yeah, well,
Cayenne.
put a little cayenne. Put a little cayenne in there. What's wrong with you? So yeah, and then you don't want to make them too heavy, too thick. You want to have them a little thinner, so you can put them in oil that's kind of pre-cooked for a little bit, warmed up, and then you gotta fry them, and then you gotta see that they're golden brown on one side, and then you flip them, see they're golden brown on the other side. When they're all done, then you put them on a nice kind of paper towel or drain them a bit,
Right.
and you serve it with.
Now, what's your favorite toppings, Max?
I like sour cream,
Okay.
but there's also the sweet. There's also
The applesauce,
Applesauce.
Right.
but you know what
cranberry.
mine is? No.
I'm afraid. Don't say gummies. No,
Oh, no. That sounds good. I never thought of
there's some
that.
gummies in the latke.
Chocolate syrup.
No, oh God,
Chocolate
gross.
syrup.
I make smaller ones and I put on creme fraiche, which is a finer sour cream, and I add caviar on top.
Can be, oh,
That
That's
just
my
goes
favorite
with
way to eat it.
everything. That just goes with the shishi of you. So
That's my
I'm
favorite
going for the
food.
low down.
I like
normal,
applesauce and I like
unquote.
plain with salt and pepper. That's it. But I
Yeah, me
love
too.
it with caviar. And that's what I always have on it.
How much
Caviar
butter?
on a latke. Like
Yes.
who does that?
Me.
rich Jews.
You're insane.
Rich Jews.
Rich Jews. That's right.
Oh, I'm not rich, but I like it.
You're rich and you're a Jew. Face it.
No, my husband's rich.
Well, you got some of that pot.
Well, that's half of
literally,
yours unless you'd signed a prenup.
or more.
Oh, God, no. God, no.
Yeah, well,
Now, my
anyhow.
question is if you have a sour cream on the latkes, does that make it dairy? So you can't have meat?
Yes. You can't have meat with it.
well, if you're Orthodox
kosher.
or yeah, if you're kosher, no.
No.
But that doesn't happen on my end of things, so.
Not mine either.
I mean, I know you're such a devout Jew there, Malcolm.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
yeah, we're all
Right.
very devout. We have a joke in our family, you know, the three main things Jewish denominations are Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox. Then you have the Hasidic,
Right.
which is above that.
See, I have
So,
my little
Yeah,
Jewish store.
I have my another thing from, is that your
My
Mosey?
My
Yeah, I have
Moses with the Shema in the back.
This star is from Israel. Elon bought it for me. He brought it with the same time as menorah. And this my dad got me for my
With
birthday
Chai.
and my bat mitzvah. Yes.
And this is
Hi.
from my husband, because my original one is in the safe lock box because the enamel was breaking away. My parents bought it for me when I was 16,
Right.
but I didn't want to ruin it, it's falling apart. The enamel's all separating from the gold. So Dennis found another one. It's from Israel.
Right.
And so I keep that one locked up so it doesn't have anything happen to it.
Why don't you have it redone? Or
I just-
re-enameled or
I mean,
whatever?
she can
I
ask,
don't
but
know.
she's afraid. I mean, I'm sure a good jeweler might be able to do something, but who knows?
I don't want to touch it. It was a gift for my sweet 16 to my parents, and it means a
Mm.
lot to me, so I don't want to touch
You
it.
don't want to mess with it. I get it. Makes sense.
No,
So, like the stories. What
Yes.
did we once do? You want to
well,
tell it?
I will tell. I'll tell
Okay.
part of it and you tell the other.
Okay.
Maxine and I are latke elves.
Yes, I bet you didn't know that.
We're
There's
latke
such a
elves.
thing called latke elves that we made up in our own brains.
Yes,
because-
and we are it.
We are it. Why?
Because we were invited to your nephews and
Which
daughters.
is your nephew.
My nephew, my God, you know, my love of my life, my Joshie.
Yeah.
And Lynn, I love her. And she wanted to have a latke party when they lived in New York City in Stuyvesant Town. Great
Right.
apartment. Oh my God.
Big. Right.
So she asked Max and I to come and help her make the latkes. And we thought
Except-
maybe 20, 30 latkes. No, it was over 100 latkes. we
Over
made.
100 latkes.
And we
kept-
decided we kept doing it. We decided, oh my God, we're latke elves.
We
That
also
was
had
it.
a lot of wine, I remember.
Oh, yes, we did.
Because if we didn't have wine, we'd never get through all the, and we were literally smelled like a latke for days, even though we took showers. It didn't even matter. We had
And, yeah.
latke, it's, you know,
Greasel.
perfume. It's a new one that they're gonna put out, you know, maybe latke perfume.
Yeah,
You can
well,
smell
Latke
latke.
perfume by the Tush twins.
Right.
the latkes.
What?
The latkes.
Oh,
de
the latkes, right,
latkes.
like by
Elsa
Chanel.
Mel.
Chanel's special Hanukkah fragrance. Latke, you know, that would be hysterical. But
Well, that was
so-
the name of that on Taxi, the Andy Kaufman, didn't he play Latka? What was the name of the,
Latke?
yeah, what was the
Something
name of
like
Oh,
the?
yeah, he played latke. Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
played Latka.
The mechanic.
Yeah, it was the mechanic in Taxi, absolutely.
Well, after doing this for like before the people came and kept them in
Hours.
the oven heated hours, my husband, Maxine's husband, Josh's brother, twin brother Noah, and his wife Laura decided after all the friends showed up, we've had enough of latkes. We said we're going for a walk. We ended up at the Second Avenue Deli, the six
Right.
of us.
Yep,
And you
It
had
was good.
latkes.
That was good.
It was-
No, we had pastrami
yeah, it was really,
and
really
French
good.
fries.
Yeah, but I couldn't even eat French. I couldn't look at anything that was fried with a potato.
Oh,
But
I
I
could
did
always eat
enjoy
French
the
fries.
pastrami and the corned beef were really good.
But you know what I like, you know, on the off season, you know, not the latkes, but potato matzo meal pancakes.
Mhm. That would
Ooh,
be on
yes.
Passover.
That's Passover. I make
You know,
those.
Passover, my mother used to make that for breakfast and I love that.
Yeah, me too. My
'Cause
mom
it's
made
so
it.
light.
I make it too. I make it's called kremzels.
Kremsels?
Yes,
Kremzels.
Yes.
Kremslach, which is the matzo meal fried whatever, yeah, kind of pancake. So instead of going, I wonder if they'll put that on the pancake recipe.
Uh-oh.
Is that your dog?
yes,
I
it
hear it.
is.
I thought
It
you
is.
took care, I thought you took care
I
of
thought
that
I
all
did
along.
too. One set, talk amongst yourselves.
Is that
I'm gonna
my,
give
is
her
that
a
my
bone.
god dog?
It's your
Like,
god dog.
she's
Talk
being,
amongst yourself. I'll be right
she's
back.
being
Ta- ta-
vocal
take
right
care.
now. It's okay. We don't mind dog things, it's okay. One thing
Anyway,
about Hanukkah this year, Malcolm, was it came right after Thanksgiving.
yeah, it was Thanksgiving, of course, a Thursday, and Hanukkah was Sunday.
Do you remember when Hanukkah and Thanksgiving were the same day?
Yeah, I remember when it was.
ago.
How long ago?
Thanks. She's still
I
hearing
met-
us.
at
It was
one time-
2013, actually.
2013.
20,
Yes,
8 years.
I looked it up. 2013, it was the same day. And I kind of remember now getting,
It's Thanksgiving.
well, it was
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Thanksgiving.
And wasn't there a time that Christmas Eve and Hanukkah came out in the same day?
Yeah, that happens
they've
more
had it.
often, actually.
And we've
Because-
had it through the 2nd of January. It's gone
Yeah,
past.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it depends on the calendar and the
Calendar.
moon and the sun, and when the moon's in the
but
seventh
you gu- you
house
gu-
and
you guys
Jupiter
realize
aligns
that
with Mars.
When the sun is in the
Peaceful God,
sun and
the
Jupiter is
planet.
rising.
Yeah, we're in all sorts of strange things. So what was a memorable Hanukkah present you got?
Well, my parents did not have money, you knew that. But we got one major present every year. We got tiny little tchotchkes, like
Right,
a
every year we get
dreidel,
tchotchkes too.
and we got a calendar. We got stuff like 10 cents, $1, or whatever.
Socks.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
go- and the gelt, the Hanukkah gelt.
The
which was
gelt,
sort of like
Hanukkah gelt.
the chocolate,
Yes, but
chocolate
my
coins
favorite
and-
gift, oh, we love the Hanukkah. My favorite gift, though, was my spin art. Do you remember that,
Oh,
Max?
I do. I remember.
I
that.
love my
what's a
spin
spin
art.
art.
It's
Yeah,
this
you
thing
put
with
the
these
thing when
needles.
you put this thing that would spin around, you put goopy different
here,
colors paint on it, and it went round and around and made like these weird patterns. It's kind of psychedelic. That's why you
It was great.
That's why you like the gummies so much. You should get one and just do it while you're doing it. Oh, then what if they have spin art anymore? I'm sure they
probably
do.
do.
No idea. I used to love it.
That's hysterical. Well, mine,
And then Jackson Pollock did it in a major way, and he became a major artist.
this is true. Well, my favorite present was white go-go boots,
Oh
which
my
were
God,
what
yes.
Nancy Sinatra wore when she sang, and you would see if she was performing on like Ed Sullivan or something, she'd be wearing these
These
white
boots are
go-go
made
boots.
for walking.
Exactly, singing these boots are made for walking.
I had a pair of
And
those too.
My parents really couldn't afford the ones I wanted, but my brothers, hey guys, they bought me like a really good pair, like a top-notch pair, and I wore them like to pieces for everything. It was like you couldn't take them off my feet. My mom would try to get them off my feet. I wouldn't take them off. It's like, wearing the socks that you won in your championship season playing ball. You don't want to take them off. I wouldn't take them off. And but my parents did get me, I did get an easy bake oven once, but the one I remember the most, and so will you, Miss Redhead, is Chatty Cathy.
Well, that was you. You are Chatty Cathy.
You are Chatty
I
Cathy.
was Chatty
She is.
Cathy.
They took Maxine's face because her brother used to do the commercials. And when you get a Chatty Cathy,
story
all you
behind
saw was
that.
Maxine. Yes.
I did. My brothers did. They did a lot of commercials, and they did an M&E toy commercial, which I played on. It was on the commercial.
You saw her
And-
hands.
And we saw my hand. No, you saw my face when I did the Tiger.
Yeah, the Tiger guitar,
There was the M&E electric
the organ,
organ, and then there was the Tiger guitar or something.
guitar. Yeah.
So you did kind of see my face when I did up, and it was so split of a second. And then they were shooting a Secret Sam commercial nearby,
Sam?
and they needed an extra kid. And so there was a commercial, Secret Sam where, Secret Sam there.
They're there.
So they used me for there.
So are you
That's
still
when I met
collecting
this
the-
kid, this
Did you
boy
get,
who was
did
like,
you get residuals?
I did, actually. I couldn't touch it till I was 21, but I did get residuals for both. Wasn't a lot, but it was something. It was
There's some
more
money.
than $1. It was more than $1, but that was pretty good. So Christmas and Hanukkah pretty much the same time, and now they have Kwanzaa, and I'm not sure what the Muslim Faith does in terms of this holiday season. But when we were kids and our parents would go out on Christmas Eve, where would they go?
It was
I
my
mean,
parents' anniversary every year.
Chinese
On the
restaurants.
24th. No, then 24th was my parents' wedding anniversary. And what they did was ship my sister to my Aunt Estelle's, or I would end up at Maxine's. Since I'm a infant,
Kid.
I've always had Maxine for the 24th.
Right.
No matter what it was, the 24th, my parents. So one day, I think we were about 10 years old. We were watching TV. And we were watching this music thing, and it's a Yule log, and it was the first time it was on, and we were singing along with it, having fun singing. And next thing we know, it's still on. We're still watching this stupid Yule log for 10 hours.
It was I think it was either PIX or WOR.
It was
Malcolm.
PIX.
It was
it
called
still
the Yule
is.
log.
Yes.
They still had it on, and of course
They
in
still
Brooklyn,
do.
No one had a fireplace, right? So it was kind of intriguing, but we used to do something else sometimes. We would dress
Well,
up. One of us
yes.
would be an elf, one of us would be
One-
Santa.
Santa.
We'd use cotton, you know,
Yes,
for
your
like a
mom would
beard.
make all the decorations for us
And
costumes.
my mom would leave us stockings
Socks.
filled with socks. It would be like long calf socks, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
she'd put what she would put in
Walnuts.
orange, candy,
A walnut.
nuts,
Walnuts.
a small toy, you know,
Yeah.
and she would fill it up. And I would go like, we're Jewish. Like, what is the deal? And my mom would go, well, her mom, my grandma Sylvie, would do that for her because they did that in England. Her parents, like great grandmother in England, because she was in Hull and Liverpool, but mostly Hull. And
Elsa,
she
no.
would, because she moved here when she was 3. So that's what they did in England. Even, you know, the Jewish folk put stuff in stockings. It was kind of.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a fireplace. We didn't have a
No, we had a
fireplace, so
fireplace in
mom would
Brooklyn.
put it on the stove. So in
Right,
the mornings,
exactly.
we'd wake up and find it by the stove.
Right.
And the night before, we would take sticks and marshmallows and roast marshmallows on her stove,
on the gas stove.
gas stove.
Right. Well, and then the next day, of course, we'd all go to
Go to a
Chinese food
movie.
in a movie, right?
Yeah,
That's a Jewish Christmas.
I go out to Chinese restaurants.
Right. We
yeah, that's what we do. Still do.
still do. I mean,
Except
there's
I
not
can't
that
go- I
many
won't go to
Chinese
a movie.
restaurants, though.
There's two of the restaurants I usually go to closed down since COVID.
Yeah,
So
me
now
too.
there's only one, and I won't go to a movie theater.
No, we're not going. Yeah, the last 2 years we haven't that done.
We haven't, so we're gonna rent a
And I
movie
don't
online.
think I'll be doing that again this
Yeah,
year.
I'm so disappointed. I thought that before this Omicron or Delta.
It's actually pronounced Omicron.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
oh,
So, I
Omicron.
looked, they did, people are pronouncing it wrong, and I got curious, so I clicked the link. I said, how do you pronounce it? And they have it, it's perfect because it's oh my, like oh my,
Oh my.
oh my,
oh my,
Omicron. I mean,
Actually,
Jesus.
they were supposed to be originally Oy vey cron.
It is,
well,
Oy
yeah,
vey
that's
cron.
close enough.
Yeah.
yeah, I think Oy vey cron pretty much, you know, we're trying to get through all this crap. We thought by now we wouldn't, but I think every year we're gonna need shots, and it's gonna be,
Well, that I don't mind, to tell you the truth. If like I get the flu shot every year.
right,
Yeah,
we're
I
not,
don't mind it either.
they're also coming out with, Pfizer's coming out with a pill that's gonna really help.
Yes.
It's much more effective than the Merck pill, so by early next year, I think they're gonna have it, which will really be something.
Well,
So-
the only pill that I know is if you have COVID, then you take the pill. But it's supposed to be like you have to do it in the first 2-3
Within-
days.
Right,
Yes.
right. That's what,
Un-
yeah,
Yeah,
So, but-
unfortunately, I couldn't do that when I had it
They
because it was
didn't
way
have it
past.
yet.
It wasn't they didn't have it. Only
Yeah.
the president had it.
But
Wait,
going
so-
back
so
to going
back to Hanukkah.
back to Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is the,
Hanukkah.
what,
Yeah.
what, do you make brisket?
Yes.
What's your good recipe for brisket?
Believe it or not, I get these cooking bags. I throw
Oh,
the
right,
piece of,
right.
I put the piece of meat in the bag. I throw mushrooms. I throw all kinds of wonderful seasonings in there. I
Like
throw
what seasonings
carrots
do
and
you like?
celery. Oh, I put in peppercorns,
Mhm.
bay leaves. I
Peppercorns.
throw in red wine.
Red
I
wine,
have
that's the
1
key.
cup of water, red wine.
Red wine and
mushrooms.
everything.
Yeah, red wine, whatever. I
Everything.
eat-
It cures
Now,
everything.
some-
You don't even need a shot. Just drink red wine.
Well, what I do is one for the bag and one for
For
me.
me.
So I put that in and then I put a little salt, I put in, whatever mood I'm in at the time, I throw in rosemary. It depends what I'm feeling.
Whatever you have in the kitchen.
Right.
It makes good brisket. I've
And
had
then
it.
I close the bag and I tie it tight. I put it in a pan on the bottom and I poke a couple of holes on top of the bag. And I cook it for like 4 or 5 hours, whatever. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, my
Wow.
wife makes, sometimes instead of brisket, a tri-tip.
Tri-tip.
Tri-tip, and it comes out this very similar.
Soft.
Yeah,
Soft and the stringy like the
Yeah.
brisket does.
Right.
Because a
I
lot of
love
the time,
brisket.
a lot of the times when she goes shopping for brisket in the market, it ain't there during the holidays. Because of all the
Yeah.
Jewish people buying brisket.
Hail the Jews buying the
And
brisket.
I live in Los
Yeah.
Angeles, the Jew, you know.
Well, anyway, we did a lot of fun things. It was a lot of fun, growing up
Anyway,
with-
guys, next, believe it or not, we have the half hour of the show and it's over.
Wow, too
Ah,
done
okay.
too fast. Darn.
That was good.
All right.
And
Well,
maybe next show we'll do a Christmas show. Did you guys
we'll
have
do a
Christmas?
holidays show because by then she'll be up and running.
And I'll be
and
holidays.
and it'll
Oh,
be brought to you
holidays.
by, what's the company's name again?
It's called the Hemp Closet. The
Okay,
name of the
wasn't there a name
store is
for
gonna
the
be,
thing?
oh,
Buzz?
my product is Cannabuzzed.
Cannabis.
Cannabis.
Next year, hopefully, the show will be
This show will
sponsored by
be sponsored
Cannabis.
by
Cannabis, and we could do,
Cannabis.
we could do a whole thing.
And we can all be on Cannabis as we do the
Right.
show.
That would,
Wow,
we'll have to do that next year. That's a resolution.
that's okay.
Well, you all have to be on Cannabis to do the show.
Cannabis.
That-
And it's
that'll
really
be it.
good. I can make you cookies. Oh, my matzo balls, Cannabis matzo balls are the
Oh,
best.
God.
You were gonna
I'm
send me
still
some
afraid from the
gummies.
last
I
time
just
you gave
made
me a
them. I'll send them
buzz.
out to you this
Okay.
week.
Janis Joplin in a whole new way. Oh, my God.
Anyway,
That's-
guys, we
yeah.
only have, let's say,
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace
This is the
out.
Tush Twins
See you next week.
signing off. Enjoy
Shalom.
your
Happy
latkes.
Hanukkah,
Happy
everyone.
Hanukkah.
Happy
Be careful.
Hanukkah and happy holidays.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.